Hello everybody, this is Blightwind bringing you another one of the games in the defense tournament. This is CLG up against Dota Bad Guys. Dota Bad Guys is never, not a team I've heard of at all. So we are, I can't tell you about anything about any of these players or give some insight onto how well this might go. I mean, I'm definitely kind of putting my money on CLG just because they're a team I actually know of. So Dota Bad Guys, I mean, they might surprise us. They might be one of these new up-and-coming teams, or it might be just a team that decided, you know, it was 5 buddies that all played together, figured, what the hell, let's try and see how we do, see how far we get. So everyone's in. We should be starting up pretty soon here within the ban and picks mode. And, we'll have to see if, we see some interesting plays just to, spice things up. I mean, it's actually not even working, but the official replay within the Valve system says that these guys are Dota_bad guys. Hashtag, I think it was. So, we're seeing a Darkseer ban. Very straightforward. You know, good team fight with the vacuum, a wall of illusion, great defensive mechanism, great for team fights. Then we're seeing Chen being banned out. He's very good jungler. He's got great pushing. He can gank very well with the slow and the large nuke of his. He can send people home in the middle of team fights. You know, save someone with that. So, I mean, it's not surprising. He's a pretty straightforward ban. CLG actually, you know, taking their times with this. Pycat doesn't want to, even though he's up against someone he doesn't really know, you know, an unknown team, he doesn't want to take any chances. This, you know, it might be a Smurf team or something like that. I checked a couple of the Steam profiles, and it isn't like, you know, Navi using Smurf accounts or something like that, at least as far as I could tell, or some other random. But we're going to see Broodmother banned out. She's very good lane bully. She can always get farm even if she's in a difficult lane because she can get a couple spiderlings, send them into the jungle. She's an incredibly good pusher with that ridiculous spider army. And in the mid game, she's a decent carry. You get a BKB up on her. You can get something like maybe an MKB, a butterfly. And with that ult, you can definitely carry decently well in a team fight, at least in that mid game. If the enemy team has like a Morphling or something like that, then he will end up out carrying you. We're going to see an Enchantress banned out. It looks like Dota Bad Guys doesn't want to deal with any kind of junglers. Enchantress, she's another very powerful jungler, great ganks, great team fight. You know, she's got pretty good team fight, amazing pushing with the heal. Impetus is, I mean, good damage. Nature's Prophet's going to be banned out. That's not all that surprising. He's another very powerful jungler. Probably, I would say, one of the best jungler or gankers in this game. With the teleport, with the sprout, he's got great pushing as well with the Treant army. And most people will end up going a Hand of Midas with him, so he's got very, very good farm, and he ends up picking up like a fast Orchid or a fast Sheepstick. Then we're going to see a Lycan banned out. Lycan, another good jungling hero, so we're only probably going to see maybe an Enigma, and that's about it for junglers. But Lycan, very good ganking with that ult, great pushing with the wolves and with the howl. Then we're going to see CLG pick up a Chaos Knight right away. Chaos Knight, was just recently added. He is a very good carry/initiator with the Reality Rift. He's got a great stun, you know, upwards of 4 seconds. His ult, you know, you can just destroy in team fights with all those illusions. You can push like crazy. And then, I mean, the crits are always fun. Great seeing those, you know, 700-800 numbers popping up and just watching people melt. So we'll see if, I mean, it is possible to shut a Chaos Knight down. If he doesn't get early farm, then he can be actually very squishy. And if you catch him out, or if you get like a Lich or something like that, and when he goes to solo roam with that ult, you can actually bounce Chain Frost in between all the illusions. So it is possible to deal with him. So we'll have to see if Dota Bad Guys takes one of those strategies, tries to stop him in some way, or if they might just say we're going to go like a mid-game strategy and try and push you down before the CK can even really get himself built up. Okay, so Invoker. Invoker squeaks through. Invoker, you don't often see him make it through the ban phase, but he is a very powerful hero. He's got a great utility with all the various spells he can make himself up. You know, you can Sunstrike to have global presence, Forge Spirits to give yourself push potential, Alacrity to be able to give yourself some stronger push, Tornado, EMP, Cold Snap, the list just goes on and on and on. Then we're going to see an Enigma pickup. I imagine this is probably why Dota Bad Guys banned out 3 junglers, is they wanted to take the Enigma and they wanted to make it so that they would have that jungling advantage. You know, eliminate all the other real junglers and then pick up one ourselves, and that way we've got this advantage.
Windrunner at your service.
We're gonna see a Leshrac, great pusher, and a Windrunner be picked up, so we may see a Windrunner either mid or in a solo lane. That's generally where she's played. She's got very good survivability with that Windrun, with the power shot. She can harass and last hit, and just more or less she lasts in that long lane solo. So, and also, I imagine they probably picked it up so that Dota Bad Guys couldn't take that super reliable solo lane. We might see them pick up a Beastmaster or something like that still. Beastmaster, another very good solo. Or they may pick up like a Quap. And then either Invoker or Quap. And we're actually going to see a Shadow Demon being picked up. He's a very good support, great ganking, the Disruption Soul Catcher combo, very, very powerful. Once he hits level 6, that's slow so much, and the slow will actually go through BKB. The damage doesn't, but the slow will still happen even if you're BKB'd, which is fantastic. And then the Shadow, like, even they could send him solo mid. The Shadow Demon, the Shadow Poison, very powerful. We're actually seeing a Brewmaster be banned out, very powerful team fights, that's not too surprising. Then a Lich banned out by Dota Bad Guys. I'm kind of surprised. I thought they would want to pick him up in order to deal with this Chaos Knight, be able to burn down those illusions fast, and the Chain Frost is just good. And then CLG is going to ban out a Beastmaster. That's basically to limit the solo lane potential of this dire team. And then a Crystal Maiden's going to be banned out, very powerful support, not surprising at all. More or less trying to, I think, limit the supports that CLG can go with. I mean, the Vengeful is still on the table, Earthshaker is still on the table, Venomancer. So there is still quite a number of very powerful supports that we could go, or we might even see something crazy like a Pugna, which I would love. I love watching Pugnas. So yeah, they are going to go the Earthshaker. Earthshaker, very good support, one of my personal favorites. If you are good at landing the Fissures, if you're good at Fissure blocking, Earthshaker is actually probably one of the most powerful supports in the game, in my opinion. I mean, again, if you're good at landing those Fissure blocks, because then someone's isolated, especially if you get someone squishier like the Shadow Demon, that's basically a free kill. So we're going to have to see what this dire team goes with to counter. CLG, I'd say probably the only thing they could use, they might go with another stunner and go a tri-lane with Chaos Knight and then do Leshrac mid, or like Leshrac and Windrunner in the solo lanes. I'm thinking that's probably what they're gonna see, unless they go with another like semi-carry and then Leshrac will also be playing a support role. I think that'll largely depend on what this dire team goes with. And they go with a Tidehunter. Tidehunter, very good support. Ravage, fantastic team fight. He also it can stop Earthshaker's chain of initiation. Because what happens is Earthshaker will drop a Fissure generally, and then he wants to blink in an Echo. But Tidehunter will take a whole bunch of damage, Kraken Shell will proc, and he's able to Ravage before Earthshaker can actually get the Echo Slam off, and then Earthshaker standing in the middle of the entire enemy team. And that is bad news. Generally, unless you've got a great reaction time, or your team has great reaction times, that'll be a dead Earthshaker. So we'll have to see what happens, but I like this Tidehunter pick. Oh, we're actually going to see a Pugna. Yes, I love this. Pugna pickup, fantastic. Pugna, great pusher. There is tons of pushing potential coming out of this Radiant team. Pugna's Nether Blast, I do believe it's called. I don't remember. His first ability. actually does 50% damage to towers. Then the Decrepify makes you immune to physical damage, but you will take bonus magic damage. And I'm losing some frames here for some reason, and I'm not too sure why. Hopefully that levels out. But Pugna, and then the Nether Ward will punish a lot of the casting, which Invoker will be doing quite a bit of. And then the Dota bad guys finishes things up with a Morphling, going for a bit of a harder carry. So we will have to see. I mean, I definitely like Morphling. Morphling's been seeing a lot of love lately. And he's been... he's a very powerful carry. You get like a Lincoln Sphere and an Ethereal Blade. You can just start blowing people up. So let's go over who's playing what. Mega Warrior 17, which is actually Pycat, is playing the Chaos Knight. Lacoste on the Windrunner. Miracle is on the Leshrac. Misery playing that Pugna. And then Tement, which is a stand-in for them, playing the Earthshaker. And this Invoker, I can't pronounce that name. Kwojvka? I don't know. I'm sorry. Phalet's playing on the Morphling, Superman on the Tidehunter, PSTM, which I think is actually... Oh no, that is on the Shadow Demon, and then Pimpalicious on the Enigma. And then, oh, poor Aki. Just some joking around going while we're sitting at this pause. But I think both teams looking relatively even. CLG definitely looking to win it in the mid game with this heavy push. I mean, you got Pugna with the Nether Blast. I was actually right. Yay! With the Nether Blast does 50% or 33% damage to structures. I'm sorry, but it ends up being like a 325 nuke. That is very powerful, and especially on top of people. With the Decrepify, they take 40% bonus magic damage on top of like Leshrac, who's a bunch of magic damage, on top of Earthshaker actually does a good amount of magic damage. And then Leshrac with the Diabolic Edict, gonna be able to do a whole bunch of pushing. And I have a feeling that if we see both Pugna and Leshrac in the same lane, towers are just gonna melt. And looks like everyone's ready to go. So we will have to see how these lanes kind of match out. Oh, we're actually seeing the Spider Courier. That's interesting. I have yet to see this one. So we'll have to see what it looks like. Maybe like some kind of crazy gyrocopter contraption. We're actually going to see all of CLG wandering up into the Dire jungle. Probably looking to catch Enigma out before he's, while he's getting ready to set up. And we're also going to see all of the Dire team wander over there as well. We're actually seeing... Oh, Enigma's just going to deny in this solo lane. And are we going to see a team fight here? Shadow Demon's wandering over towards them. We're going to see a ward in this pole camp. And, oh. Oh, man. So close. That was so close to being a team fight. Now, Shadow Demon hadn't skilled anything, so he could go Disruption. If he had gotten caught out, disrupted himself and hoped for the team to show up. Yeah, we see Enigma deny one creep. Gonna go back to the base, get his mana back up. Leshrac is actually gonna spot out a DD here. And he's just gonna go ahead and pick that up. Throw some good right clicks into this Shadow Demon. Invoker getting a decent block. And we are seeing a Earthshaker Windrunner up top here. Up against Tidehunter Morphling. Then we're going to see Pugna up against this Invoker. Shadow Demon's just doing a bit of a roam. Are we going to see a Trilane up top? And then we are going to see Chaos Knight Leshrac up against a solo Enigma. What in the world? Okay, so yeah, they're just doing a tri-lane. They were looking to do the Enigma solo lane. And I think he might have some trouble here. Leshrac, Chaos Knight, very powerful combo. You get a Chaos Bolt on someone, and that is pretty much a guaranteed split Earth. Tidehunter taking quite a bit of harass. Shadow Demon taking a Fissure, but then Earthshaker's gonna get caught out. We're gonna see a waveform forward. Is that gonna be first blood? Yes, Shadow Demon's gonna get the last hit on that, but Tidehunter might go down in exchange. Tidehunter's gonna also go down. Windrunner gets the credit for that one.
Aw, better luck next life.
I'm actually gonna turn my volume down a little bit, just because I'm yelling a little loud. So, we're seeing first blood go, but then an easy follow-up kill up against the Windrunner, or up against the Tidehunter. Earthshaker goes down, but he didn't really have any gold, so it's not like he really lost anything, just unfortunate that the first blood went out. We're going to see Tidehunter wandering back over. He's got a smoke. The Shadow Demon already has boots. Power Shot goes through, only hits a couple creeps. But looks like they're going to be giving early farm to this Windrunner. Try and get maybe a fast sheep stick or something. This Pugna has, better be careful. Shadow Demon's gonna, or no, Tide's gonna come down, smoked up. Leshrac actually gets a kill. But then we're gonna see Gush on Pugna. Sunstrike gonna come through, gets the kill. And while that happened, the CK Leshrac combo actually gets a kill on this Enigma. So we're seeing pretty even exchanges at the moment here. Pugna's just gonna TP back. And Invoker's got a salve going, so he's should be okay. Gonna miss some last hits. And Invoker farming very well. He's actually gonna dodge that Nether Blast. Tide is just got an illusion sitting here. And we're actually gonna see the tri-lane reform up here. They're doing some pulling from the side camp since this top pull camp is blocked off. And you're gonna see a bunch of my Steam messages. It's gonna be fun times. I totally forgot to turn notifications off before I did this. Windrunner is gonna fire a power shot through. It hit absolutely nothing. Just clear out some trees. You may probably know that that's an illusion. Invoker's doing very good job at dodging these Nether Blasts. I mean, Pugna's mostly doing it just to clear out the creep wave. But, Invoker doing the right thing, getting away from that so that Pugna doesn't get farm and, some harass. Kind of surprised we didn't see a decrep on top of, and then a blast. That's generally the combo you want to go for. Tidehunter's going to wander down. He's going to find a DD rune. And he's just going to scoop that up, go back up top. We're actually going to see Sunstrike come through on Windrunner. She's going to Windrun, though. Be perfectly fine. She's going to salve up. Earthshaker's going to Clarity. And this tri-lane so far, definitely working out. I mean, they're not getting completely like CLG's not getting completely dominated, but the tri-lane definitely has control of the lane. Morphling's able to more or less sit there unharassed. Bottom tower is going to see a lot of pressure being put on it. And this Enigma's going to have to just back up. He's going to send some Eidolons through. But he's going to get Reality Rifted. He's going to get Chaos Bolted. We're going to see some TP support come through. That's going to be Split Earth to finish it off. Shadow Demon's going to get Disruption. Soulcatcher on the Chaos Knight. Leshrac's going to get caught out. Does he have a TP scroll? He does. He's going to TP out. And he's fine. Very good job by the CLG boys. Pycat got disrupted. He just ran away, and they didn't focus the person who got both Soulcatchered and disrupted. It was only Shadow Demon. There was a second TP coming through, but they ended up choosing to abandon that. And how is Misery holding up against this Invoker? 24-3 up against 22 and 13. So last hit's about the same. Oh, they actually deny that bottom tower. Last hits are about the same, but Invoker's definitely winning on the denies. 23-3 on this Chaos Knight, with the Leshrac, who's 10-1. That's probably a lot of pulling. And then just a 6-6 Enigma, who's already got 2 deaths. 22-2 on the Morphling, and then 18-3 on Lacoste. So he's actually holding his own decently well. And then basically just support scores on everyone else. We're actually going to see Sunstrike come through. Soulcatcher, that was a bit reckless on Misery's sake. He was trying to get a solo kill on Invoker here, but both Tidehunter and Shadow Demon wandered up here. Disruption, Soulcatcher on top of a Sunstrike, just tons and tons of damage. Enigma's actually going to go into the jungle. He understands that he's not really going to be able to get anything here. We're actually going to see an engagement in the jungle here, but basically all of Dota bad guys being able to wander over, make sure that Leshrac doesn't get a kill on that Shadow Demon. So we're seeing it pretty even. I mean, a tower did go down. We'll have a look at the gold. So it is looking about 1,500 gold in the Radiant's favor. And Pycat's just able to farm away here. Experience is about 1,000. Spiked up to about probably 1,750, and it's slowly been working its way down. So, I mean, it's definitely an advantage for the Radiant, but it's not anything huge. You know, Dota bad guys definitely still in this. And I'm actually seeing a TP. Oh, Shadow Demon TP to this tier 2 here. And we're going to see pressure on this tier 2 bottom. Enigma's not going to be able to really do anything. Glyph, I do believe, is still down. And we're going to see them back up. Probably with the next creep wave. Shadow Demon actually wandering over. If he gets caught out, he is in a lot of trouble. But instead, Chaos Knight's going to just wander down here, check for Rune. Oh, and he's going to come up. He's probably going to find this Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon in a lot of trouble. He actually disrupts incoming Soulcatcher, Sunstrike. Now Chaos Knight is actually on the back foot. Invoker's going to come through, looking to get something.
Dire's middle tower is under
Chaos
attack.
Knight's going to salve himself up. And they're just going to leave a ward. Pugna actually bottles up an Invis rune. And calls it a day. Windrunner still just kind of farming away up against this Morphling. Morphling's got Bottle, Basilius, and level 1 boots. Windrunner's got Wand. Oh, Leshrac actually gets a kill on the Tidehunter. And he's going to chase down this Enigma. Completely misses the Split Earth. And he actually might go down. He's going to get the... Oh, no, he doesn't get a kill on Enigma. Enigma ate a Tango just so he could survive. And Leshrac actually goes down to creeps. So that gold is split between the Shadow Demon and the Enigma. Let's go over some items. Chaos Knight's sitting on Treads, Ring of Health, Stout Shield. Pretty much got a Vanguard already finished up. And then Windrunner's got her Phase Boots finished up. Leshrac has got basically nothing. He's been playing support, though. Pugna has Urn. And Pugna actually gets a kill on the Invoker. Sorry, I missed that. Gank from both Chaos Knight and Earthshaker. And we're going to see a push go down on this middle tower.
Is under attack.
Next creep wave, I imagine. But Urn, Bottle up on Pugna, and then Earthshaker's got Boots and a Clarity. Invoker's got his phase finished. Morphling has almost Treads. He's about 150 gold off of the Power Treads. Tidehunter has literally nothing. He has 2 Ironwood branches. And then Shadow Demon's got a Smoke, and that's about it. Enigma's actually going to get the kill on that tower. Shadow Demon's going to be in a lot of trouble. Disruption's going to go through. Soulcatcher on this. Soulcatcher on the Chaos Knight. Sunstrike's going to get hit him. And, oh, the Malefice. Is it going to be enough? Yes. Chaos Knight was in a bit of a sticky situation there. The Invoker's already got a Staff of Wizardry. I imagine that's probably going to be for a Force Staff. And some good exchanges coming through. I'm sorry if I'm fumbling a little bit in team fight. Still waking up a little bit, I guess. Pugna's going to find a regen rune. Is going to pop that, and I guess he's got the mana for 1 Nether Blast. So he could go forward, drop that, try and clear out this creep wave. Oh, no, he's just going to pop it now. Lay down the Nether Ward somewhere they can't really see. Fisher Block actually does but they're not going to pursue any kills.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Leshrac doing some more harass on this tower. He's going to get disrupted. He's going to get soul captured. He's going to get demonic purged, but he's just going to end. Unfortunately, Leshrac just being too reckless. Tidehunter's going to come through, going to be able to finish him off. And Enigma actually gets the deny on this bottom tower. Now, unfortunately, it was denied, but with a push strategy like this, the fact that the tower went down is fine. Like, the sole fact that they actually got the tower down, that this lane control is gone, you know, all this vision is gone, that's great, especially for Roshan. It's going to enable CLG to sneak in for some easy Roshans. Enigma is 6. He has Black Hole, so if he can get some TP support, we might see something happen. And it's actually a hovercraft when it... We're going to see some Diabolic Edict going through on this tower, and some Nether Blasts doing some good damage. We're actually going to see Chaos Knight come through on the Enigma. Power Shot's going to hit him, and there is going to be Enigma. He got cold snapped on the Chaos Knight. Shadow Demon's going to go down as well. He gets Fissure blocked in. He gets Split Earth. Pulse Nova's going to come through. Chaos Knight gets a double kill. We're going to see Morphling actually come through. He's not going to come look to engage. Invoker, same thing. Pugna's going to get the kill on the tower. That was a wonderful exchange for CLG. 2 kills and a tower for nothing. We're going to see a smoke on the Tidehunter, I think. Or is his graphic just screwed up? Yeah, they're not going on him, so they don't know that he's here. He has Ravage. So I don't know, is he wait... Oh no, he's got an Invis Rune. Derp. He's actually going to take a Nether Blast. It does not make you immune to damage. They're going to gush onto the Pugna. Sunstrike's going to come through. He actually decreps himself. Ravage is going to come through. Tidehunter is in a lot of trouble. Netherwood's going to go down. Shackle's not going to latch.
Tower is under attack.
Malefice on the Leshrac. He's going to pop Edict. Waveform's going to come through to finish him off. Shadow Demon's actually going to find the Pugna. He's going to disrupt him. Soul Catcher on him. Demonic Purge is going to go down as well. But, oh, Windrunner actually gets a latch on one of the Disruption Illusions. Pugna, is he going to be able to make it out? He actually earns and decreps himself. Fissure Block's going to come through. And they're just going to call that a day. Windrunner's going to pop Windrun, take one more pulse of Malefice, and that's going to be it. Force Staff is nearly finished. Morphling actually gets a kill on the Earthshaker. Up top here. Sorry I missed that one. Just over at the side shop here. Probably looking to TP out and then an adaptive strike to finish. Oh no, he doesn't have an adaptive strike. So I don't know what happened. Unfortunately, I imagine, well, Earthshaker died. That's what happened. Windrunner's going to come on through. Just get a bit more farm with Power Shot here. It's 3 mid for CLG. CLG is definitely in a better position now. Yeah, we're looking at probably about a 5,500 gold advantage. Pugna gets a double damage rune. And about a 4,000 experience advantage. And Leshrac, I guess, just jungling with that Diabolic Edict. He's got a Bracer, he's got his Arcanes finished. Chaos Knight's got Drums finished up. Now he probably will go to finish this Vanguard. Morphling actually might get jumped on by here. Chaos Knight Leshrac looking to wander through the jungle, hoping to catch the Enigma out. But they might, if they go up, they will be able to find the... Oh no, they actually just see the creep wave and then back off. Oh, they almost could have had this Morphling. Oh, now they do see him. Is Chaos Knight going to be able to get in range for a Reality Rift? No, he's not going to try. Some more spectators disconnecting. Wish it wouldn't show that. But we're actually going to see Chaos Knight TP bottom. Just looking to get a bit more farm. We're going to see maybe a clash up top here. Fisher's going to go through on the Tidehunter, and he's just going to back off. Neither team deciding to jump on the opportunities. We see Invoker wandering down here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Windrunner, oh Windrunner, you need to Windrun right now. She gets Malefice, she gets Cold Snapped. She gets Gushed. She Force Staffs through, but tries to TP for Phase Boots. Juking. Nope.
Winded.
Unfortunately. But this top tower is going to be taking a bunch of damage. TP Sport's going to come through. So we're going to see a Tide. Ooh. Or Fisher's going to go through, but that's just kind of a defensive Fisher. Just stop them so that they can get away. Case Knight's going to make a go on this Enigma. Chaos Bolt's going to go through. 3-second stun. One more round of Malefice. Reality Rift's back up. And that's going to be a kill. Unfortunately, the Malefice, not quite a reliable enough stun to allow him to escape. He was able to get the Chaos Bolt off in between there. Get some crits. Invoker's actually going to get decrept. Shackle's going to actually connect on 2 of them. Power Shot's going to go through. Nether Blast. Pugna's going to get a kill on that Shadow Demon. They're going to chase down this Enigma. Or Invoker, sorry. Nether Blast is going to finish off the Invoker. Pugna's just going to clear up this creep wave and then earn up this Windrunner. And they're going to see some pushing going on this mid lane. Point booster finished on the Pugna. Is that going to be for an Aghanim Scepter? Aghanim Scepter gives tons of drain per second. And this is just so much push. If anyone dies on this Dire team, then they're pretty much guaranteed to lose a tower, just because between the Chaos Knight ult, and then Nether Blast, Diabolic Edict, it's just so much pushing that can happen. We're going to see a TP up top here. Morphling's in a bit of a bad spot. He's going to waveform into the trees and then just TP home. And just had a feeling that they were all coming for him. They're going to look to finish off this tier 2 up top. Round out the set, reduce this Dire team's vision down to just these tier 3s. And we're just going to see Enigma. He's actually going to TP up here because they know that they need to defend this. They've definitely got the better team fight in regards of like Black Hole, Ravage, and then between everything that Invoker can do and Morphling. And CLG is actually just going to go away. They're going to do a bit of jungling. And they're just going to say, fine, if you are all going to waste your time, use TPs going up top, we'll just let you waste that gold and kind of go over here. Double Bracer on a Leshrac. And he's actually in some trouble. He's going to get gushed, but I think he should be fine. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get in range for a Cold Snap or anything like that. So we see Pipe actually finished on Chaos Knight. He's just grabbing this Stout Shield for the hell of it. Morphling's going to go down. Shadow Demon's in some trouble. Shadow Demon, what are you looking to do, man? Pipe's going to be popped. He's going to get Chaos Bolted for 3 seconds. He's also going to get shackled. Power Shot's going to finish him off. That was a little reckless on his part. Enigma's going to get caught in the jungle here. He's going to get Reality Rifted. No, actually, they're going to Force Staff Chaos Knight the wrong direction. Have myself some coffee. Yeah, Pugna just finishes off the Aghanim Scepter. Cold Snap's going to go through on the Leshrac. Deafening Blast's going to come through. That's actually going to connect. Chaos Knight's going to come through, though. 4-second stun. Goodbye, Invoker. Leshrac manages to survive. Great support. Chaos Knight just wandering over. Those 4-second stun Chaos Bolts, man, they hurt. Especially if you get the high-end damage. I mean, it's only 275, but then it's 4 seconds of him wailing on you with potential for crits. So Pugna's got mech. He's going to drop his bottle down. Chaos Knight's going to pick that up. He's going to drink from it to get his mana up. Yeah, looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. That's the unfortunate thing about Chaos Knight. His mana pool is pretty terrible. And now they're going to look to push this tier 2. Now that they've got a nice healthy advantage. Looking at probably about an 8k advantage in gold. And about the same in experience. So Nether Blasts are going to be coming through. And not really a whole lot that Dota bad guys can actually do. Tidehunter's going to come through. He's going to actually get shackled and chaos bolted. He's going to pop the Ravage. Pipe had already been popped though. Windrunner's going to get soul captured. Shadow Demon's going to go down. Nether Ward is out. Fisher block. They're going to go on the Tidehunter. Enigma's going to get decrept and life drained along with a split earth. Tidehunter's going to go down as well. Tries to pop the wand. Windrunner's going to get the last hit on that. Very well played by CLG. They've just got so much burst potential. Fisher block's going to come through on this Morphling. He's going to actually waveform away. Leshrax's going to find him, though. He's just going to Replicant out. And I think this is going to be a tier 3 going down now. 15 seconds for Enigma and Tidehunter. So they can at least put some pressure on this. And they're just going to look to clear out this creep wave. Some blasts are going to come through. The ward's actually going to go down here. Chaos Knight ulti's going to be popped. Nether blasts are going through. Glyph is popped. Sunstrike's going to come through to try and stop this. Pugna's going to get Deafening Blast. He's going to get Force Staff. Good Fisher block to stop them. They get the kill on the tower. And who is this? Morphling. 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 Ooh, you're in a bad position. And this might be Rax. This may end up being a set of barracks. Disruption's going to go on the Windrunner. She got Soul Catcher on her. She's going to win run away. Morphling's just kind of hanging out here. He's going to put some right clicks into this. Earthshaker going to make a replicant of him. And they're just going to kill the replicant. Reality Rift that replicant. I suppose it's only like a 6-second cooldown. And they're just going to TP out. Windrunner's going to Force Staff forward. They're just going to pull out. This Rax actually didn't go down. Not quite. Nearly died. It's going to regen a little bit. So if the Dota bad guys can hold this off for long enough, they will be able to get that back up to full health. Morphling's got his Ghost Scepter. Looking to get roughly the 1,000 gold he needs. 900 gold he needs to finish that Ethereal Blade. And then he should be able to start blowing up some people. Earthshaker's going to get caught out. He's going to get cold snapped and waveformed. That's unfortunate. Windrunner's actually going to come through. Power Shot's going to go through. Not really hit anything. And they're just going to look to defend this tier 1. They still have not lost this tier 1. It's going to go down very soon. Windrunner gets the deny. Leshrac gets cold snapped. Shackle Shot on Invoker and Morphling. Just defensive disruption on the Invoker. Split Earth's actually going to hit the Invoker. Pulse Nova's activated. Pugna's sitting around here too. He's going to find the Shadow Demon. Deafening Blast is going to come through. Invoker's just going to TP out. Same thing with Morphling. They're just going to let the Shadow Demon go and call it a day. Reality Rift on the Replicant again. Chaos Knight grabs an Ultimate Orb, going for a Manta style most likely. Again, every time I think that he's just going to pick up a Vanguard, he's going to say, nope, I don't need it. All I need is more illusions. Speaking of which, oh, he should totally pick up that illusion rune. But I think they're just going to leave it for Pugna to bottle up. Morphling's going to get fissured. Shackle Shot's not going to latch. They're going to drop an Echo Slam. Now what they should do is hand it off to the Chaos Knight. They're going to actually take Roshan. Pretty much uncontested Roshan here. Windrunner's going to TP up top. Absolutely no vision out for this Dire team. They got one ward right up here. And it actually is... If the Radiant team dropped a sentry, they'd be able to find that. All of this Dire team is wandering into the mid lane, though. And their courier is... So Morphling does have his Ethereal Blade. They smoke up. Do they know?
Roshan has fallen to the
Chaos Knight gets the Aegis. And now their smoke is going to be for defensive purposes so that they don't get caught out. Now there's 1,700 gold saved up on this Chaos Knight. He's going to start buying up the pieces for the Yasha. So he needs about 1,100 gold to finish the Mantis style. And big push going in on this top lane.
Radiant's top tower
They're going to
is
pop
under
Glyph,
attack.
though. And they're going to look to take a
Radiant
tier 3
structures
in
are
exchange.
fortified.
Pugna's going to come through, start dropping some Nether Blasts.
Radiant's top tower is under it. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And that's just so many illusions, so much push. Their Glyph is still down, so they can't stop this. Nether Blast is actually going to hit the Tidehunter. Tidehunter is going to drop Ravage. Chaos Meter rolling through everybody. Pipe is popped, though. Enigma actually gets a kill on the Earthshaker. Pugna gets a kill on the Shadow Demon in exchange. Morphling's going to come through. He's going to take another blast. Mike's going to be popped. And this is maybe going to be held off. Tidehunter, what are you doing, man? He's going to get 4-second Chaos Bolt. And he's going to go down. Windrunner's going to get the last hit on that. Shackle's going to go through on Morphling and Invoker. Black Hole's going to be dropped on both Chaos Knight and the Windrunner. Chaos Knight's going to go down. He does have Aegis, though. Life Drain being popped on the Enigma. Morphling's in a ton of trouble. And Morphling did get a kill on the Leshrac. And Invoker is going to get chased down. 2 seconds on Chaos Bolt. And he actually manages to Ghost Walk. Shadow Demon's going to disrupt. But he's just going to get Reality Rifted, Chaos Bolted, and destroyed. And then this is going to be a tier 3 down. And probably a set of racks. Glyph is popped. I don't think it can really stop this, though. Tidehunter is going to come through. Earthshaker is here now. Arcanes are going to be popped. Give everyone some more mana. Earthshaker does have his blink, so he can do some blink echoes now. It'd be super awesome. Leshrac actually gets a BKB. Interesting. He's just looking to get himself as tanky as possible. Looking to avoid as much of this magic damage that's coming out. It's quite a bit. And we see Courier. It's going to be bringing... Yeah, it's bringing the Yasha and the Manta. Recipe out along with a salve. Just so then Chaos Knight can sit here farming. Would be nice to see him get a bit more damage, but he's mostly playing like an initiation role here. Replicant's gonna come through. They're just gonna pump some auto attacks into that. Just trying to bait them in. Morphling actually going to BKB, but very good BKB popped on Leshrac. As soon as he saw the Ethereal Blade being dropped on him, he BKB'd, knowing that if he didn't, he was probably going to die. And unfortunately, that's a set of melee racks down on top, tier 3 down on here. Invoker, how are you looking? He's actually got a Force Staff, looking to get a Aghanims, it looks like, and then he's just got a Cloak to help drop some of this magic damage that's coming out of the Radiant team. Windrunner has her Force Staff. She's working on her Sheep Stick. And Earthshaker is being Ward Bitch. And how's Pugna looking? Pugna's actually going to get a Plate Mail. Probably for a Shivas, I would guess. And Morphling's got his Ethereal Blade. Nothing else really, just treads and a Basilius. Invoker gone over his items. Tidehunter's got Urn and just level 1 boots. And they're going to see this. That is so many illusions. Just punch, punch.
Dire's middle barracks
Morphling's actually going to get a kill on the Earthshaker. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. But the racks are going to go down. And they're just going to let them clean up. And actually, Shadow Demon's going to take quite a bit of damage from these Chaos Knight illusions. Kind of funny to watch. And then the top ranged barracks are also going to go down. Shadow Demon's sitting on 3 gauntlets of strength. He can't even afford to make them into bracers. He's just looking to get as much HP as possible. And Enigma's got Soul Ring, Mech, and that's about it. He could get a Blink if he wanted, but he might just be looking to get a BKB. Rather dodge the magic damage and the stuns coming out of this Radiant team than to look to do Blink Black Holes. Now, I imagine that the Radiant team's going to look to actually push this bottom tower. get themselves mega creeps, and then the game will pretty much be over. I mean, it's definitely in a bad position right now. 15,000 gold advantage. Experience is about the same, probably sitting around 16k. And we see Morphling dropping Ethereal Blade on what exactly? Did they send some illusions through or something like that? Earn charges is going to be used at this point. The heal and dot from them, not really anything all that great. And just so much creep wave clearing. Power shot, Nether Blast, Split Earth. No lightning picked up on Leshrac yet. He does have 2 points in his Pulse Nova, because looking to just turn that on, run around in team fights, contribute as much as possible. These Eidolons are going to get finished off. Windrunner just putting in some auto attacks from low ground. She's got her Sheep Stick finished up. That'll be a great help, especially if this Morphling looks to waveform through. You quickly Sheep Stick him before he can use the Adaptive Strike to finish people off, and he will be able to, then you can just turn on him quickly. Midnight Pulse is going to be dropped, Mantis Style, and the ult's going to be popped. Pipe is also going to go out, and this is just going to be, Leshrac's going to get the last hit on that. Leshrac's going to pop his BKB. Shackle Shot goes through on a Forged Spirit and the Invoker. Shadow Demon's going to go down to Pulse Nova. Ravage is going to be dropped. Enigma's going to pop BKB. He's going to Black Hole onto Pycat and Misery. Split Earth going to go through, trying to stop him. Shiva's going to be popped by the Pugna. Pugna's going to look to life drain somebody. No. Morphling actually gets the last hit on that, but they get the melee barracks. They're going to get an Invoker. Shackle Shot going through on both Invoker and Enigma. Malefice is going to go down on Pycat. They're going to chase after Invoker, or Morphling. Are they going to finish? Nope, Pycat says we just need to get the Mega Creeps. He's actually going to Sheep Stick Reality Rift on Morphling. Oh, Mega Creeps. Windrunner's going to go down to Enigma. Pycat just mixing it up in here. Pycat's going to go down as well. Midnight Pulse, or is he? Yeah, now he's definitely going down. Soul Catcher, he's just going to buy back right away. Soul Catcher's Demonic Purge, finishing him off. But that is Mega Creeps. This is pretty much in CLG's hands. It would take a good amount of throwing to be able to stop them now. Enigma does have that BKB. He's got another 1,000 gold off for the Blink. But I don't really think he's going to be able to, I think it's a little too little too late. This Shadow Demon is still sitting on just 3 Gauntlets of Strength. This middle tower, are they going to actually deny it? No, Shackle Shot's going to go through on Tidehunter. Shadow Demon. Windrunner's going to get the kill on that. Chaos Knight's going to finish off that Shadow Demon, then an Echo Slam to finish off the Tidehunter. We're going to hear a Reality Rift. Fisher go through on this Invoker. Morphling's just going to waveform through, get a kill on the Earthshaker, and escape. But we're going to see the Ancient taking a bunch of damage. GG's going to be called. Enigma's going to get Reality Rifted. 3-second Chaos Bolt. He's going to pop his BKB. The Life Drain goes through it. And that is game. So, very well played by CLG. Dota bad guys, sorry, did decently well, but I think this was just a case of them being very outmatched by CLG. So I hope you enjoyed it. I was Blightwind. Please leave a like and a favorite. Definitely helps the channel out. And please leave comments on how I can improve myself. I hope you enjoyed it. I will definitely be covering the rest of the defense tournament, and I will catch all you fine folk later on. There's the score screen, so you can check it out. Leave it up there for a second before I cut the recording. And cutting recording.